Zelensky slams terrorism. After Russian drones rip through crowded passenger train fire, Ukraine was rocked by another brutal night of attacks after Russian drones struck a packed civilian train in the country's northeastern Kharkiv region, killing at least 5 people and injuring several others, local officials said. More than 200 passengers were on board when one drone smashed into a carriage and 2 more detonated nearby on Tuesday. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky condemned the strike in fierce terms, calling it pure terrorism with no military justification whatsoever. In any country, a drone strike on a civilian train would be considered exactly the same way. Terrorism, Zelensky wrote late Tuesday. Officials said 18 people were inside the carriage that took the direct hit. Russia has not commented on the incident. Burning wreckage and chaos on the tracks. Footage released by Ukraine's emergency services shows a mangled train carriage engulfed in flames, smoke rising as rescuers combed through the wreckage. The strike occurred near Yazykov village, according to Kharkiv's regional prosecutor. The train was traveling from Chop, near Ukraine's western border, to Barvinkov, passing through Kharkiv city. The route is widely used by civilians, including families visiting loved ones, as well as Ukrainian soldiers traveling to and from Lviv. Odesa under siege as drones rained down. The train attack came as Russia unleashed a massive drone assault on the southern port city of Odesa, launching more than 50 drones overnight. Officials confirmed 3 people were killed and dozens wounded after several floors of a residential building collapsed into rubble. Energy officials described the damage to a local facility as enormous, while City Chief Serhiy Lysak said strikes continued for a second consecutive night into Wednesday, deepening the humanitarian crisis. Homes hit near Kyiv, family torn apart in the Kyiv region. Police said a couple were killed when a residential apartment block was hit. Their 4-year-old child survived but was injured, adding to the growing civilian toll. Across the country, millions remain without heating, electricity, or water as Russia intensifies attacks on energy and transport infrastructure during one of the harshest winters in years. Talks continue. Bombardment doesn't cease despite the relentless strikes. Ukraine-Russia talks resumed last week in the United Arab Emirates, with U.S. negotiators also involved. All sides described the discussions as constructive, but major territorial disputes remain unresolved, and further meetings are expected this weekend. Since launching its full-scale invasion in February 2022, Russia now controls around 20% of Ukrainian territory. And as the drone war escalates, civilians continue to pay the highest price.